Hello, welcome to Animal Audit Corner. Today, as you can tell, I'm not doing any stories. Our audit cult and Scientology for the first time, and you got all your necessities you need, your aids from the SPTV Foundation and the MJD Aftermath Foundation. You got your furniture, you got a car, but however important resource you need is cooking. So guess what? We're gonna cook, and today's the day we cook. Okay. All right. Today we are gonna cook, since this is a vegetarian, we are going to cook lentil burgers. So, all you need, all you need is 1.5 cup of lentils and 1 cup of oats. Now, you're going to need a regular pot, not pot, but a smaller version of a pot, which is a pan. Not one of these, but another regular cooking pot about this size. Yes, I don't know math. Well, I know it a little enough to get around the basics, yeah. Cook it in 4 or 5 cups of water. Cook it until are very soft. And that would probably be about 30 minutes, 25 to 30 minutes. So, soon as you get it done, you let it sit for 3 hours until it's cold. So, yeah, because you need to work with it and make a burger-like patty. So, after it's cooled down, this is all right. So then you're gonna need one teaspoon garlic, but however, if you prefer more garlic, okay, by all means, put in another teaspoon. That's if you desire it. Okay, close it. Then you add a teaspoon of oregano. Oops, I didn't use the teaspoon, so I'm going to have to add another 1/2 teaspoon, which is 1 teaspoon. All right. So then you add a teaspoon of oregano. Okay. And then you add a 1/2 teaspoon of basil. All right, there we go. All right, so we put all our herbs in. Oops, we can't forget our salt, which is the seasoning we need. Okay. All right, so you're going to need the half a teaspoon of salt. But if your doctor says otherwise and he tells you not to have salt, then by all means, do what the doctor tells you. Okay. Now, then you have to knead it. So we're going to knead this. And of course, when you let it sit, it's going to clunk together and you're able to make a burger. And this is the best thing to cook during the summer, which we are now, for a barbecue. The best thing for the summer. Of course, we're not outside and I don't have a grill, so we're going to knead it. And usually with the onions, put in about maybe 1 cup. If you prefer to have onions, of course, I don't have onions, so I'm not going to put it in. So we're going to knead it. All righty. All right, so we kneaded the whole thing. All right. This is what it does look like, a huge hunk of beef, doesn't it? This is what the idea is. So, and if you have any meatloafs and you're the only one, I mean, if you make a burger and you're the only one and you need about a couple, yeah, you can put it away and make meatloaf out of it. If you're not in a huge party and a barbecue with guests, then yes, you're gonna need it. And with your friends who are already out of the cult, or you may new friends, here it is. And of course, it's too late now, but you can also cook it during the 4th of July. I guess it has to wait till next year since it's gone. But happy belated 4th of July. And we're going to get cooking. If you have this much left over, you can make it and turn it into meatloaf too, or lentil loaf, or whatever it is we'll call it. All right. Okay. Now, all righty. Now, we are going to put a tablespoon of oil in, because you don't want to be sticking it in because it's likely to burn. So we stick it in. All right, and then make sure all the oil is off, because if there's oil left in it, of course, it's probably not going to hurt, but in time, it will clog up the sink. So wipe it up and then wash it. Okay. Since we're set using that, we turn on the and put it on 4.5. Okay. And of course, this oven cooks very fast, as I mentioned, every time in front of the oven. So And you're going to need a spatula to flip it over. Oh, here it is. All right, we got a spatula and we're going to flip it over. Okay. Now, I'm going to let it heat it up a bit. Sometimes when people are out of the cult, while they were in the cult, they were in the cult, you ended up starving and you needed food, they wouldn't give it to you. But in Scientology's case, they always gave them rice and beans for punishment. Even if you didn't do anything wrong. In other cults, either they would make you starve or eat very little, like the Remnant Church with oh geez, what was her name? Gwen Chamberlain. She did have cooking to lose weight. She did have it and have bites of food and have that as a meal, but then she made her parishioners starve themselves. And you know the rest of the story. That's a whole nother day. But however, either they fed you or they didn't properly feed everybody that was in the cult. So this is where this comes in. Of course, in Scientology, everybody ate beans and rice for a form of punishment. Okay, so there it is. Now we're gonna take a handful of the lentil along with the oats, flatten it. Okay, there it is. Put it in. I think I'm just gonna make 4 today and then, or maybe 2. Yeah, I'm gonna make 2 today. And then the rest is gonna be meatloaf. Okay, all right, we're gonna make 2. And then we're gonna turn the rest into meatloaf and I'll cook it another day in my house, of course. As soon as you're done, you're gonna know that the rest is gonna go in a loaf pan. Then you're gonna cook it. All right, so then we pull this aside. Okay, this is cooking. I'm gonna get out the pan. Oh, here it is. Should pay a little bit more attention. Okay, now we're gonna wait. It has to be all brown in the bottom. Okay. I guess while it's cooking, we will place the leftovers in here for meatloaf. So I know if you use this already, toss it because you don't want anybody to catch germs. But if you're the only one, hey, who cares, huh? So then, this is so, of course, okay. So it doesn't stick. So take your paper towel, then, all righty. Okay. Okay. As soon as you're done. Alrighty. It's on 4.5, which is supposed to be in there. Okay. I'm going to toss this too. All right. So we're going to let this cook a little more. Okay, it's ready. So we flip it over, and it's going to be like a burger. A real life burger, of course. Oh my gosh, it's falling apart a little, but of course, it's expected when you're working with just lentil, but the oats hold it together. Okay. Now, at the same time, if you want to put in cheese, you can do that. So, if you want it melted, put that on. This is empty, so I'm going to toss it. Oh, no, not yet. Of course, we're going to check it. Okay. It's done. It's completely brown on the other side, so we're going to... All right. Then we're going to let it cook in because I do prefer... Of course, I was always a cheese lover, so guess what? There are also plant-based cheese in the market, so you can find it there. So we're going to put this away. So we don't want this to burn, so we're going to move this all around. Make sure the cheese melts. While it's cooking still, we're going to take this rest of it, and then we're going to put it in this pan so it could cook. And it would make an excellent meatloaf. Not just a burger, but it would honestly make an excellent meatloaf. So then, this is done. And all you need to do is stick it in the refrigerator. You need to take it out. And if you want a quick meal, throw it in the oven. It's there. You're done. Alrighty. Now we're going to put this in the sink. All right. Okay, let's see here. Is it done? Oh, yes, it's done. So, and of course, the cheese not melted, but you know what? Let's see if the cheese would melt, but take it out immediately if it looks like it's going to burn. So, oh, yeah, this one's done. So, put it in. You know what? I'm just going to take it out. All right, and there we go. It is. Turn this off. And here's your finished product. Looks good, doesn't it? This is what you need to actually cook up your vegan meal. Of course, okay. You're thinking, I'm not a vegan at all, and I want to cook my official real burger. Fine, go ahead. But this is my vegetarian kitchen, and I'm going to cook lentil burger. So, sorry, Aaron. I know you're thinking that, so. So then, you toss this in the sink. Turned off your. And that'll do it for today. Remember, hit the like, press subscribe, and guess what? I don't have anything to cook tomorrow, so see you Monday. Okay.